We're ready to speak now. No. Hello. Welcome to the TMZ Swifties podcast, our inaugural episode.
Today is our official launch episode of Swiftie.
I'm Melanie Miller.
And I'm Christina Cavallari.
And welcome home. Welcome to the Swift world. This is our Swift world.
This is our little Swiftie world. So this week, we're getting into the Tortured Poets department, Taylor's new album.
Coachella rumors.
Yes. We'll chat about the Grammys.
Yep.
A lot happened that night.
She was spotted in, we have a spotted segment where she was spotted in a very particular thing around her neck.
Yes, and then we'll also get into some Travis updates.
And one final fun fact.
Yes.
But before we get into all that,
yes,
a little bit about why we're Swifties.
Why are we here? Why are you here?
I just love Taylor Swift. I was born in 1989, the same year as Taylor Swift.
An iconic year.
I am a Libra, like Travis Kelce.
Great mix of both.
Great mix of both. Yeah, this was really meant to be. The first time I heard our song, I knew about our very first album. I was 16 and unable to afford the Fearless tour, but I have been to every single concert since. And I went to the Eras tour 4 times. I'm hoping to get in at least another 2.
Favorite album?
I really think it's going to be the Tortured Poets department.
Oh, okay.
I think it will be. I can't wait to get into that. But it's every single time she releases a new album, that becomes my favorite album. So right now it's currently Midnights. Mm-hmm. I've been really juicing myself up with Reputation recently. 1989, this is, it was my least favorite album. I know that's very controversial to say, but then the Taylor's versions come out.
The new stuff, the From the Vault.
From the Vault tracks.
Some great tracks.
Oh, and it changed everything for me. I don't know. I just, I simply would die for Taylor Swift.
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you?
Why am I here? I love Taylor Swift, obviously, from her versatile musicality, her insane business mind, her intricate and emotional lyrics. Everything is just so well thought out, from the Easter eggs to her love of her fans. It's so unheard of. It's so different to a lot of other.
She just feels like my big sister.
Yeah, I just love how much she loves her fans and how much she gives back to them. And favorite album?
Yeah. What's your favorite album?
I have to say Speak Now and also 1989.
Why? And which one do you prefer more?
Probably Speak Now.
Why?
Mine, Mean, Enchanted, Sparks Fly, classic songs. She was so vulnerable. She was young. I remember listening to her when I was young in my room.
Last Kiss.
Play guitar. Yeah, all iconic songs. But I still love Blank Space from 1989.
What did you say, 1999?
1989, sorry.
I
said 1989. I just stumbled on my
1999.
accent. 1999.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've both been very close to Taylor. No need to compete.
Yeah. We'll always compete.
Yeah.
I'm a competitive.
It's going to be a long road.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so should we get into the stories?
Yes, I think we should.
All right, good. All right. The Tortured Poets department.
New album. We were wrong. I feel like in the earlier episodes, we thought it was going to be a drop of Reputation.
I thought it was going to be an announcement of Reputation, Taylor's version.
Same.
And I was in Cabo and I was like walking around this last weekend and somebody was playing Getaway Car and I was like, it's a sign, it's coming. Like I thought it was from the Cabo hotel playing Getaway Car.
Oh, yes.
And I looked up and on a balcony was 2 girls and I was like, are you playing Getaway Car? And we both had a moment of like, oh my God, it is going to be a Reputation.
I'm also disappointed at us because of course it wasn't what we thought. She's always going to throw us away.
She loves diversions.
So yes, new album. She announced it when she won her 13th Grammy. Of course, 13th being her.
Does she know? Like, what would, because she obviously wanted to make that announcement at the Grammys, but like, what does she do if she gets there, she doesn't win a single Grammy? Which never happened, but like, what does she do?
Like, I think she'd still announce it.
She just goes on her Instagram?
Yeah, it'd just be like, oh, she announced it the night of the Grammys. It's still special. you know?
I guess. I mean, everything just seems to work out for her.
It does. It does.
She's a sorcerer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, her 11th studio LP arriving April 19th. We have it here. The cover is very different to what I was expecting.
It's so hot.
It's sexy.
She's wearing the Row underwear and a YSL top. Thank you, Taylor Swift Style, for that one. I'm most interested in the tracks.
Yes.
So Long, London. It's a track 5.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a track 5 is, uh-oh. We gotta get her off this podcast. We gotta go. This is over. You don't know what a track 5 is?
No.
A track 5 is her most emotional song on the album. She places track 5, The Archer, All Too Well.
Okay, yeah.
Wildest Dreams.
Okay. I can't put that in there.
No, you put that in there. You put that in there.
They're gonna come for me.
Well, you gotta learn your lesson somehow. Track 5 is So Long, London. That is her most heartbreaking, most soul-wrenching song on the album.
It's saying goodbye.
Wait, I think I messed that up too. I think.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Sorry. All you had to do was say was track 5 on 1989. We're both fired.
Oh my God.
Outta here.
We can't know everything. No one's expecting us to know everything.
No, we do have to know everything. We failed. We got an F.
Anyway, I really liked on the cover, or on the back of the cover, sorry, I love you, it's ruining my life.
I know. This is about Joe, right?
No.
No?
No, that was sarcasm. Surely.
Okay.
With the So Long London, surely.
But Daddy, I love him.
I know. And what about when Kelly Teller also, she chimed in and posted about it, and she put a little heart next to So Long London.
Yeah.
So
I think that is Kelly Teller is Miles Teller's wife.
Yes.
Who's like Taylor's BFF and was also seen going into the studio at Electric Lady with Taylor.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's obviously heard all of these songs.
Oh, 100%.
I think the fact that she hearted So Long, London, and all of Taylor Swift's friends unfollowed Joe Alwyn on Instagram.
Yeah.
Buddy, you like being in hiding, and you're going to have to stay there for quite some time after April 19th.
But also, speaking of Joe Alwyn, he has a group chat, or had, don't know if it's still around, with Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott, called the Tortured Man Club.
He brought it up in 2022 when they were still together.
Yes, on the Variety's Actors on Actors with Paul Mescal. And it's a group chat with Joe, Paul, and Andrew Scott called the Tortured Man Club.
It's also important to know that Paul Mescal was dating Phoebe Bridgers at the time.
Yes.
Phoebe Bridgers opened up for Taylor on the Eras tour.
They're friends. They were hugging at the Grammys.
Hugging at the Grammys. They have a song together on Red Taylor's version, Nothing New. It's a song title off off Red. I'm surprised to see number 1 Phoebe Bridgers isn't on one of these tracks.
Yep.
Because it seems like a clear dig at all of them.
Do you think there might be more tracks coming, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Because when she released Midnights, she released the 13 songs, and then she released, 6 or 7 more after that?
Yes. Like, how many have we got here? I can't even...
Only 16.
Yeah. 4 sides. Okay.
Yeah.
There could be more coming.
There could be more coming. I love that she, does that, though. She, puts out a few, and then she's like, bam, and here's the rest of
It's
them.
a bit of a sprinkle, and then it's a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the drop is always the ones that hit the hardest.
So moving on from the album.
Okay.
New album, Celeb Jets.
Yeah, this is very controversial.
This is controversial, but needed.
So we should explain.
Okay.
Jack Sweeney is a college student who was running jet, I forget what it was called formerly on Twitter, now X. He was running celeb tracking jets on Twitter. He was tracking Elon Musk's jet. Elon Musk did not like that, got kicked off the platform, took his business to Instagram. He had a dedicated page just for Taylor Swift jets.
Yeah.
And then he has celeb jets as well. In December, Swifties noticed that page was just out of thin air, gone.
Yes.
And then he started posting Taylor Swift's jet tracking on celeb jets. And then that was slowly but surely disappearing as well. Every time he would make that post about Taylor, it would be taken down.
Yeah.
So then rather than posting Taylor Swift's jet, he would say a 7X Falcon left from Nashville to Kansas City. We all know that's Taylor Swift.
Exactly. And this obviously comes after the stalker situation that Taylor's had.
In New York City, there were 3 times in 1 week.
She's crazy. And so there was a cease and desist?
There was a cease and desist letter sent to Jack Sweeney. The letter reads, while this may be a game to you or an avenue that you hope will earn you wealth or fame, it is a life or death matter for our client. One lawyer goes on to say there was no legitimate interest or public need for this information other than to stalk, harass, and exert dominion and control.
Dominion and control. I think this is 100% fair enough. We do not need to know every single second about where she is. No one needs to know that.
Right.
It's too much information. Mel, you have to agree with that. This is too much information. We don't need to know whereabouts she is in the air and where she's landing at all times. Oh my God. No.
This is so frustrating for me. I feel like such a bad person. But like I was like a live and die Taylor Swift Jets fan. Like I followed that page every second. Like, am I gonna? And here's the thing. And I said this earlier. I went to go see her at Electric Lady Studios, which is a public place. And Taylor has made it very well known that she hates fans waiting outside of her house. I would never wait outside of her home. No. A public place, yes, she has security. They put up the barriers. Like, it's gonna get around. Fine. I would never go to her house. I wouldn't even take a photo in front of her house in New York City. I think that is crossing a line. I understand why it's a bad idea to have her knowledge out into the world because with great power comes great responsibility. These stalkers know when she's there. They know when to look for her. There was a guy that was like found in her bed a couple years ago back on Cornelia Street. Like, it's a problem for very real reasons, and I totally understand that.
Yeah, it's an invasion of privacy and her space.
Yeah,
because she's Taylor Swift, she doesn't need to have that.
Do I enjoy seeing when she's flying to go see Travis Kelce? Yes, I do. And you'd be lying to say that you don't.
Well, I see her on television. I know when her tour is starting. I know where she's going to be on her concerts. I don't need to watch her plane. Even though it is public information, you can track any plane you want.
It is public information.
Yes.
We should say breaking news out of TMZ. So we've done some digging. The F900, she has 2 jets, the 7X Falcon and the F900. It appears that the F900 has changed ownership. So we're not specifically sure who the ownership has changed to. And we don't know if that ownership has sort of left Taylor's companies.
I see.
So we're not sure if she sold the jet. It's some kind of diversion to throw everyone off. But she is working very, very hard for people to not know where this jet is. So I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a diversion.
Yeah. Taylor clearly doesn't want us to know where the jet is. Does she not want Swifties to know, or does she not want the weirdos on the internet that shouldn't have that information?
Probably mostly the weirdos on the internet that shouldn't have that information. But I wouldn't judge her if she doesn't want all of us to know.
I know. I know. It's very tough for me because I know from like a logical standpoint why it's not acceptable, but I just enjoy consuming that news.
And a lot of people do. They do. I'm sure there's a lot of people on your side. I personally don't.
I'm sorry, Taylor. All right, moving on to
the Grammys.
Oh, the Grammys.
So much happened.
Yes.
She walked in late, holding a fan. I was at first like, why is she holding a fan? Because it's freezing and it was raining. But then she was using it to hide what she was saying to people.
Because of what happened at the Golden Globes.
Smart.
Yeah, smart.
But
lip reading has been one of our favorite things to do. She takes away all of our she takes away all our favorite toys. New reference to the new song on the new album.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
But also I want to touch on Trevor Noah. They are jokes that were good. They were soft, they were funny, and they didn't humiliate her.
And I love that he threw to Terry Crews.
I loved that moment.
I love that he was like, and Taylor Swift is here somewhere. Boom, she comes out.
Yeah.
And who does she walk by? Calvin frickin' Harris.
I see, you saw this. I didn't see it.
How did you not see that?
I did not see it.
Okay, so when she's walking in, there was another angle. Oops, that went flying. There was another angle, and he doesn't turn to look at her. They never make eye contact. It was a talking conversation point on the internet this weekend, and he claps for her.
Oh,
they ended very, very poorly. He took shots at her online. He's made songs alleging that she was cheating on him. It was a nasty end to that relationship.
Yeah.
And we know that Getaway Car is probably about Calvin Harris.
But it's okay for Calvin to write songs about her. But.
Oh, 100%.
But something that else was topic of conversation on the internet, and someone else she didn't make eye contact with, Celine Dion.
I'm so done with this conversation. First of all, you know who I'm pissed at? Jay-Z.
Hang on, don't change the subject. We're talking about Celine Dion. What were your thoughts on it?
I think she was very excited.
Yes.
In the moment. She won Album of the Year for the 4th time. She's the only person in the history of the Grammys to do that.
Yes.
I don't think she thought that was going to happen.
No, she was up with the likes of, Stevie Wonder, Paul Simon, Frank Sinatra. She was equal with them, and then now she's taken it a step up.
I think she was on cloud 9.
She was shocked.
Freaking out. She wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry that she didn't have the wherewithal to be like, oh my God, it's Celine Dion, and why this moment is important for Celine Dion. Yeah, we get it. And she went backstage and had her moment with Celine. But this, I don't like that they put, couldn't they have had Celine Dion come out and be recognized for something else? In a way, she was sort of stealing Taylor's moment.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
No, I disagree.
Why?
I agree that she was so shocked. She was so overly excited and she was so overwhelmed. And I frankly think she's probably sitting at home kicking herself for the moment thinking,
for sure.
Oh my God, I cannot believe I did that.
We can't give this bitch a break.
No, and the second it happened, I just thought Twitter's going to go off. X is going to go off. And everyone saw it. It was just the not giving eye contact. But yeah, you're right. After I'm sure they're all fine.
You know what they could have done? They could have had Celine Dion open the Grammys. Welcome to the Grammys, Celine Dion. That would be a cool moment. But it's now you're competing, you're pitting women against each other and being like, why didn't Taylor acknowledge another person on her moment? This is her time.
I didn't like how people were comparing how Miley and Mariah.
Yes.
I didn't like that. There's no need to compare. It was just an accident, and I'm definitely sure she would be feeling like shit about it.
Taylor is kicking herself, for sure.
How many times do you forget to at my wedding, I forgot to hug my mum when we got married. I'm still kicking myself about it. Things happen. People make mistakes.
I'm so upset about this over the internet.
But it was a bad moment, but I think she would be feeling also just as bad.
I also would like to address Jay-Z. How dare you?
Oh, the comment about Beyonce not winning an album of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's won 32 Grammys.
Yeah.
You have a thought?
Well, I'm also in the Beehive, so it's hard.
Okay, so then you're the perfect person to speak on this.
I think, Beyonce's had a lot of accolades, 100%. I think, that's her husband. He's gonna support her and
Was Renaissance better than Midnight's? Did it make a bigger impact?
No.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It's just taking away, it's giving Kanye, it's taken away from that moment.
It is giving Kanye.
Taylor and Jay-Z are friends. I know that he didn't know Taylor was going to win, but it's just
I don't think that was a dig at Taylor, though. I think that was a dig at the Grammys.
I know, but it was still a dig at Taylor because she ended up winning.
I know, but I don't think he intended it like that. I think it was 100% at the Grammys. Because he goes on about it as well. It wasn't just focused on Album of the Year.
I'm just kind of really sick of Taylor getting the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, I agree.
On her big moment. She has to apologize for things on one of the biggest accomplishments of anybody's career.
100%. No,
it's very annoying.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pissed.
Something else that happened just quickly before we end the Grammys segment. Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor. There was a lot of standing and clapping for each other. Like Taylor was one of the only people standing up and dancing to Olivia when she was singing Vampire, which is rumored to be about Taylor. And then, what's that smile for?
I'd like Olivia Rodrigo just to sit down and shut up and dribble. I think she made her bed and she can sleep in it, and now she's walking it back now that things have gone bad for her.
She was also cheering when Taylor won Album of the Year as well. I noticed. Just making observations. Anyway, wrapping up the Grammys.
I have a lot of beef with a lot of people right now.
I can tell.
Okay. Should we get into a little Travis update?
We are. Travis spoke about the new album at the press conference. He spoke about his favorite song, just in general, Anti-Hero. I thought that was quite cute. And the fact that he's heard some of the Torture Poets.
Why hasn't he heard all of it?
I mean, I don't think she would need to show him all of it.
No, because like, I don't want to compare, but she was like, oh, Joe's the person I play all my songs to first. So now like Travis is that person for her. So like, what songs has she not played for him? Which songs has she played? And frankly, why hasn't he heard the whole thing? I mean, he's busy with football.
No, I don't think that would be a reason. I just think maybe she's not ready to share all of it until she shares it with everyone. Maybe he's okay.
They're in love.
I'm not doubting that. I 100% agree with you on that.
This is going to get real feisty very quickly. I don't know why.
I don't think she needs to share every song to him right now.
It's kind of weird.
It's not until April. There's plenty of time.
Like keeping things from him.
It's February. There's plenty of time for her to play it to him.
I just want to know what songs he's heard and which ones he hasn't.
Okay.
He also said that he cannot wait for her to shake things up, shake the whole world up with this new album.
Yes.
So I think he actually has heard the whole thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're going to throw to a grab from the press conference, which is him talking about her breaking the record. And
he was able to watch her win the
Vegas.
Grammys in real time, which is great.
But they haven't spoken yet.
I was fortunate. We landed in Las Vegas just in time for me to turn it on my phone and catch her winning her 13th award, announcing her new album, and then obviously the big one at the end, the Album of the Year for the 4th time, setting records. It was pretty amazing. I haven't. She had to jump right on a plane, so it's been crazy.
I did like a little shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He was getting bombarded with Swift questions as well. And they basically were like, how many questions have you got about Taylor Swift so far? And he said only 3 or 4. And he said, she just won Album of the Year. That's a huge talking point. So I'm good with the questions. And I think that they're trying to change the narrative on their own to be like, we like getting questions about Taylor Swift. Yeah. And the way that Travis took every question and wasn't like, I don't want to talk about this, but it was like, yep. No signs of annoyance, nothing. It was just like, we like these questions. Oh, we want to talk about Taylor.
My favorite.
We're glad to.
My favorite question, which was such a good question because a lot of the times the questioning isn't the best in Taylor's best light, but what she has taught him, what he can bring onto the field. Because, and that was, I really liked that.
So basically he said that she just loves life and like goes at things with a positive attitude. And she's giving, like, they're like giving each other things. They're learning from each other.
Exactly.
They're making each other better.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. A little spotted. Taylor Swift spotted this week.
The Grammys outfit.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was interesting that it was black and white.
I kind of took the braid as a snake initially.
I took the black and white as an ode to Reputation, the cover.
Same.
But then now
it wasn't.
The Poets
is black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Is it both? And now she's throwing us off again because she's wearing a clock. And the clock when she rocked the red carpet was turned to midnight.
For midnights.
But then, I don't know if you saw this, but the clock was working the whole time. So it kept changing. Was she changing it? Did she set it to exactly what she wanted it to be set? Or did she just let it run?
And like it started on midnights when she arrived and then it just ran. You know what times it was set at? Like the different ones? Have we got? Okay. Then no, I don't know.
They just said that it kept moving.
Something else is coming. We still have
I think it was. I think another one, and I might be wrong, but I think another one was at the 2, which leads us to our Reputation Tailored version coming out 210.
And 210, which can definitely still happen.
It can definitely still happen.
And Lana was in all black. Do you think that was planned?
I think Lana's always in all black.
Okay.
Usually. But I think it's because they were in black and white together.
Yeah.
And it was just like Easter eggs. I think there's a big, giant Easter egg that's staring us right in the face. And we're not seeing it.
Yeah.
It was
and
just,
she's laughing about it.
all the things are too obvious. Like they're doing things in such a way. And then everyone was like, oh, why did Lana have to get up on stage with her? It's like, hello, because she has a song, Snow on the Beach.
Yeah.
Midnights.
Yeah.
That one album of the year. That's why Lana's on stage, if you didn't know.
Speaking of Lana, she's also involved in our fun fact of the day.
And it's a big fun fact.
It is. So there's rumors that Taylor could potentially be going on stage with Lana at Coachella.
And the weekend that I don't have tickets to.
April 19th.
Correct.
Which is the date that the Tortured Poets Department drops. Which one? You bought tickets to which weekend?
I bought tickets to week 1.
Okay.
There's a couple Easter eggs hidden in the Coachella ad. One of being lavender growing out of the ground. The Karma door. The orange door on tour at her house.
Yep, doors are big for Taylor.
Big for Taylor.
Yes.
It's a big door opening for Coachella.
And then we also saw
on the website
the Midnights t-shirt.
It says Coachella, but it's black and white.
And the title of it is called
The Midnight Tea.
Midnight Tea. Initially, I thought we were reaching, but
I don't think it's a reach.
I don't think so anymore.
I think she's absolutely going to single-handedly save Coachella. And she's gonna. I think she'll be there. I think she's gonna play weekend 1 and weekend 2 because she has both of those weekends off.
It would suck if you only were at weekend 1 or you chose weekend 1 and you're a Swiftie and Taylor came on only on weekend 2. I don't think she would do that to her fans.
I think I would like to put into the universe that Harvey needs to send us to both weekends so we can cover this.
Yeah, we need to speak to finance. It's an investigative reporting mission.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap.
Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Listen to us on Apple.
We have Tuesdays and Fridays, new episodes every week.
2 episodes a week, every week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Leave us a comment. Leave us your criticisms.
Questions. I want to get some questions. I want to answer some questions, what you want to listen to, what you want to hear.
Please get involved in our conversation.
Yes.
That'll do it for us. Until Friday, we'll leave you with some hard hands.
Hot hands.